the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California. We've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the L.A. Chargers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
Cameron Dicker to kick off.
We are just about ready. Cameron Dicker has the honors, and we are underway here at SoFi. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
Almost certainly a future Hall of Famer, and he's still seeking the storybook ending to his career. But he had patience, looked around, took his time before choosing his team, and boy, are they glad that he did, because he still has a lot of juice left despite being 41 years old. Finishing the top 10 in passing yards last season with nearly 4,000 yards and touchdowns as well with 28.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right away they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage.
And a Steeler first down.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. More from L.A. in a moment. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. On play action, now Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 42. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 39 yards there, a big one.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Warren. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Warren again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Makes the score Steelers 7.
So that drive, 7 plays in
0.
length. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And when you see Justin Herbert, all you think about is he's easily one of the most talented quarterbacks in the NFL. He can make every throw, knows how to think his way through every game, and now the regular season success needs to carry over into the postseason.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Quick throw here to Johnston. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup.
That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
From the 50, here's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 29-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
41 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. This is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Lad McConkey from 6 yards away. And the Chargers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
A gain of 12. First down, Pittsburgh.
He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Warren. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 24 yards.
And a Steeler first down.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in?
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. On the give, it's Warren. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf, 43 yards. And the Steelers have taken the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Steelers 14.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's a gain of
62 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
2nd and a couple. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss only in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now, because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme, come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled him a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with 4th down and 1. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now Rodgers. Rodgers sliding to a stop with a first down. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Here's Rodgers to throw. That's caught right side. It's one. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Throwing is Rodgers. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Robert Woods, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Boswell for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Now it's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Herbert now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now, a quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now a second and 10. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 42. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple-option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And again, Herbert. He's into space past the 25. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
To the right side, he finds his receiver, Harris. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. On the give, this is Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up first and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the option right, Herbert. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Herbert. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. T.J. Watt. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Third and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, and that is incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that'll make make this an 8-point game. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of the route, too.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Snap comes at 1. His throw incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
An 8-yard pickup. And a Steeler first down.
Oh, they had a good chance to get off the field defensively there. If they could just wrap up, it's going to be a 4th down. But instead, they can't get him on the deck, and he allows them to pick up the first down.
A handoff for Warren. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Now Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Rodgers now to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Warren will try the right side. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Tuli Pelotu, he got in there and met him behind the line of scrimmage. What happened there? Was that just a missed assignment on the O-line?
It certainly felt like it, but also the speed of the play. When you're talking about defensive end, they want to be ahead of the clock, don't they? They want to be upfield, making plays on every snap.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the lead now 11, 24-13. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chargers offense and running back Najee Harris set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. The Charger drive about to get going. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Short throw to Disley. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the
when this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Herbert throwing again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnston. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 5. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line. And they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far. And that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. So halftime here.
All right,
out
Brandon,
west.
thanks
go
much.
east.
Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
They'll start the drive with Harris. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really good game right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Herbert just beat the play clock. Short throw to Disley. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 90 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's another Chargers first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this one finds McConkey. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He's got Allen. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And a nice little gain.
A 6-yard.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Will Disley from a yard out. And And the Chargers have cut it back within a score. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Herbert and the Chargers staying put. They'll line up and go for two.
The Chargers will line up for the
They'll look to throw.
conversion.
And he's got it. So the try for two successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And with a dime look on defense, two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
The sneak, Rodgers. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They toss it to Warren. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 58 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Running a jet sweep. This is Austin. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back, but boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Open. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
L.A. readies for its next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, hits Hampton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. In motion goes the tight end. From the 50, here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Herbert now. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even an offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
First down, Steelers.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
Brings up second down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a second down and 9. Rodgers going to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On the run, it's Warren. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
The tackle made.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
He had 1 touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Here's Warren. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defenses only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 8 yards out. And the Steelers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Extra point now by Boswell. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Steelers.
A good drive that time as they go 9
Chargers
plays in all.
21.
And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete to Johnston here. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Herbert. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Herbert throwing again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Chargers.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
20. That's another Chargers.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up the touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Harris. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Again, it's Harris. And this time, he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Chargers. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
makes the score.
So that drive in total 8 plays.
Chargers,
and it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
He's brought down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll run it. Warren. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
It's a gain of 10. And a Steeler first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Pittsburgh.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
To throw is Rodgers. He's got Smith here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. Throwing is Rodgers. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. In motion, the tight end. Now Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. Boswell's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Now a run with Warren. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounces is good.
All right, just checking. Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal, but you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Rodgers now to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Steelers are able to widen their advantage. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now that have ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Boswell for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38, Chargers.
So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Chargers offense and Justin Herbert getting set for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down. And a good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
Here's Herbert. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
In motion right is Johnston. Herbert. They'll check this one down to Hampton. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
A gain of 7 brings up second down at the 29-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
A 7-yard
Keanu
loss
Benton, the
brings
one who
up
got
third
in to
down.
bury him. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Under pressure, they got him again. Alex Highsmith providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
The tackle made.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Rodgers to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running left, it's Warren. And he is going to have a Steeler 1st down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
14.
Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So it's a win here for the Steelers, and we've said it so many times in the past, but it was Aaron Rodgers, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, he really had this offense firing on all cylinders, so let's count up some of the numbers. He went for well over 300 yards in the air, had 4 touchdown passes, and was clearly prepared for this one and executed the game plan to perfection.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Southern California, so long, everybody.